Hello, everybody. Jess Los with SBCA here again with a weekly update. Wanted to, first and foremost, wanted to wish our Jennifer Gustafson a happy birthday on Saturday, July 16th. So happy birthday, Jennifer. Everybody blow up her phone, email, whatever it takes to wish her a happy birthday. We really appreciate everything she does and want her to have the happiest of birthdays. We're even going to give her the day off again on Saturday. So one way of doing it that way, every few years, somebody gets their birthday off here at SBCA. Anyway, wanted to talk a little bit about our podcasts. It is something that we've been doing a lot of. We have a very good following on podcasts. If you're not following, I suggest you get into it. We had a great one this week. I also recorded one with Sandoon from Q4 Us with Sean here a little while ago. So it's fun to be on the guest side of the podcast once in a while to see how that goes. So Sean's really been working hard at knocking those out of the park with that, having a lot of really interesting guests. But we also have the Lumber Connection that's hosted every 2 weeks with Molly. And we recorded one yesterday that was really interesting. I don't think a lot of people know, but I listen in on the background just to make sure that they're minding their P's and Q's. And Justin and Ken, who do a great job with that, are not saying things they shouldn't be, or if they do, we make sure that we edit it out. So there's a lot that goes into that. But yesterday, they had a special guest with, I think Ken was not able to make that. So Joe Griffiths from American International joined Justin, and I learned a lot. I always learn something from the Lumber podcast, but this one was extraordinary with the information that he shared. There's a lot of, I think, kind of how they, in movies or video games or stuff, they call them Easter eggs, little nuggets, little things that are hidden in there. There's quite a few of them there that if you are a purchaser of lumber, you somebody that wants to know how the market changes and things that cause it to change or something to watch for when it changes, there's going to be a lot to learn from that podcast. So I encourage you to, listen to it when it comes out, when it drops, as the kids would say. That should be early next week. Look for it in industry news, or if not, probably by Thursday next week. It takes us a little bit of time to turn it around and edit it, but it is going to be a good one. I suggest you listen to it. Molly did a great job. Justin was great. Ken, unfortunately, was not able to be there, but we were able to have Joe with that one. So it was really cool to listen to all that. I hope he comes back at some point too, because I have a few follow-up questions that I'd like to throw at him, as well as Ken and Justin. So check out our podcast. And another purpose for bringing those up, what would you guys like to hear as far as podcasts? Should we add another in the series? Should we do something a little bit different? Something that's maybe engineering focused, something that is a little bit more forward looking with technology and robotics and manufacturing? Let us know what your interests are, and we'll see either it's something that Sean can kind of add into his repertoire with guests, or if it's something we add brand new for a third series of podcasts. We're always looking for advice and ideas there. So if you do have something there, please let us know, hit us up, reach out to me. We're going to be at the OQM next week. So anybody that listens to this or sees this and does want to talk about it, feel free to hit us up. We would love to add something to our offering that people find valuable and of interest. That's what we're here for, is to make component manufacturing better and easier, and hopefully improve it in some way, shape, or form. That is the purpose of our association, as well as all of our associate and framer members as well, to make their lives a little bit easier and a little bit better too. So with that, a reminder, OQM next week in Boston, actually a week after next. It's kind of with my travel schedule and everything, I'm thinking it's next week, but it's coming up. We're preparing for it. We are doing the agendas. We're talking about the differences. I recorded a few videos that'll be out with that. So if you like this method of communication rather than reading, check those out. There's a lot of good information there. Also, BCMC is coming up. It is early this year. I've said that hopefully enough to where you are tired of hearing it. But if not, look at it on your calendars. It's going to be mid-September. The early bird registration, that closes in almost 2 weeks. That is July 29th. So make sure that you get registered before that early bird deadline. 1, you save a little bit of money. 2, it helps us for our planning, so we can kind of get our count. So we make sure that we have enough at breakfast, that we've got enough chairs in the audience, that we know who's going to be where and what and when and why. Obviously, if you don't make that early bird, we're still going to welcome you, but it helps us narrow it down and get an idea of where we're going to be at with our registration statistics. So that's why we like to have it. We like to be able to point to that beforehand. But register for BCMC, make your trip plans, make sure that you got an airline ticket in and out of Columbus. The other thing about Columbus, which is a huge drive-in market, it is really easy to get to from a lot of places on the eastern side of the United States. So if you're not able to fly, or you're still not comfortable doing that, or don't want to, go ahead and drive it. We'd love to see you there. So make sure you put that on your calendar. With that, I think I'm going to cut it off there. Again, listen to our podcasts, look to register for BCMC, and happy birthday, Jennifer. We hope it's a wonderful, not only day, week, and month for you for a birthday month. So with that, we will talk to you later next week. Peaks up, press on, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.